Good morning, dear students, and welcome to Genesis. This is my third lecture on the chapter circulatory system, and in this lecture I am going to cover leukocytes, that means white blood cells. Okay, leukocytes को पढ़ना है तो एक चीज समझना होगा that they are little different from red blood cell. किस लिए? Why? Number one, they are not red because they do not have hemoglobin like red blood cells. They have nucleus. जैसे red blood cell के पास nucleus नहीं था, ये अपना nucleus छोड़ते नहीं है. And जैसे red blood cell का shape था biconcave, they are shapeless. So there are three factors that I mentioned. Number one, that is they lack hemoglobin. ये बहुत important factor है. So this cannot really participate in exchange of gases like RBCs can. Second, they have nucleus. अगर इनके पास न्यूक्लियस है इसका मतलब they cannot be biconcave in shape जैसे RBCs थे, लेकिन इनका शेप क्या है? They are amoeboid. What is amoeboid in shape? Amoeboid shape है when there is no particular shape of a cell. तब हम उसे कहते हैं amoeboid shape. That means it can change its shape whenever it want. And this is a very big boon. ये इसके पास वो सुपर पावर है जिसके लिए ये रेड ब्लड सेल से किसी चीजों में बहुत ज्यादा बेहतर काम कर जा सकता है. Let's see how. Amoeboid shape होने के कारण when the blood flows through blood vessel, so if these are the biconcave red blood cells RBC, then these are shapeless WBC. ठीक है? Now when the blood flows through these capillaries, then अगर सोचो here are the cells of the tissues through which capillaries are moving, then if there is a germ here, एक भयंकर germ यहाँ पे अगर present है and it has managed to reach between the tissues, then हम इसे कैसे मार सकते हैं? Because ये एक ऐसी जगह पहुंच गया है जहाँ पे blood capillaries से flow करता है. How will the blood reach this? How will the blood cells reach this and kill them? For this, the WBCs can actually squeeze out through the blood vessels. वो squeeze out करके capillaries से बाहर निकल सकते हैं, and this process by which they can squeeze out is known as diapedesis. This is a very important characteristic of WBCs. तो मैं इसके बाद क्या? इसके बाद they will go and they are going to kill the germ. They are going to squeeze out and damage the germs, kill them, and then they remain collected here between the cells. Between the cells of the tissue ये कैसे रहते हैं? इसे कहा जाता है tissue fluid. हम already पढ़ चुके हैं. So it remains there as tissue fluid, but now it is going to enter another system of vessel जो blood vessel नहीं है, जिसे हम कहते हैं lymphatic vessels. So now these white blood cells are going to squeeze and go inside the lymphatic vessel. तो फिर से देखो, they were initially in the blood vessels, in the capillaries, and they were trying to enter all those areas जहाँ पे germs है between the cells and deep inside the tissues. As they entered there by the process of diapedesis, they kill the germ, and then they move into another vessel which is known as the lymphatic vessel. So क्या मैं ये घुमा के कह सकती हूँ कि these white blood cells or leukocytes, they have dual life. एक लाइफ जहां वो ब्लड में रहते हैं, दूसरा लाइफ जहां वो लिम्फ में रहते हैं, एंड एक्चुअली 90% ऑफ देयर लाइफ इज देयर इन द लिम्फेटिक वेसल एंड दे रिमेन इन द ब्लड ओनली 10% ऑफ द टोटल लाइफ स्पैन जो इनका है. इसीलिए ल्यूकोसाइट्स दे आर अ पार्ट ऑफ द ब्लड बट दे आर ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ द लिम्फ एंड दे प्ले अ मेजर रोल इन आवर बॉडी डिफेंस. Now we are going to discuss where are they formed and what is their lifespan. But to discuss that, we need to know what are the different types of leukocytes. Actually, RBC के कोई types नहीं होते हैं, but leukocytes के there are various types. And कौन से बेसिस में हम इन्हें डिवाइड करते हैं? ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द अपीयरेंस ऑफ द साइटोप्लाज्म ऑफ द WBC. WBC के साइटोप्लाज्म को, एज इन व्हेन यू ऑब्जर्व अ WBC अंडर माइक्रोस्कोप, इफ इट अपीयर्स टू लुक ग्रैन्युलर, मतलब सोचो अगर जब हम माइक्रोस्कोप के नीचे देख रहे हैं और मुझे अगर पिंपल्स जैसे कुछ स्ट्रक्चर दिखते हैं उसके साइटोप्लाज्म में, देन वी कॉल देम ग्रैन्युलर ल्यूकोसाइट्स. अगर ल्यूकोसाइट के साइटोप्लाज्म में देयर आर नो ग्रैन्यूल्स एंड इट अपीयर्स स्मूथ, देन वी कॉल देम नॉन ग्रैन्युलर. Now these granular ones are again of three different types. The first type is known as neutrophil. न्यूट्रोफिल का मतलब है न्यूट्रल से आया है ये वर्ड. व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय दीज? मैंने कहा इनके जब साइटोप्लाज्म को, इफ दिस इज द सेल एंड इफ हियर इज द न्यूक्लियस एंड दिस इज द साइटोप्लाज्म, इफ यू फाइंड ग्रैन्यूल्स देन दैट मीन्स इट्स अ ग्रैन्युलर डब्ल्यूबीसी. इस ग्रैन्यूल में होता क्या है? दे कंटेन सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ केमिकल्स. ओके, नाउ दे मे कंटेन एसिडिक केमिकल्स, दे मे कंटेन बेसिक केमिकल्स, दे मे कंटेन केमिकल्स which are neutral. So if these granules contain chemicals which are neutral, then we call them neutrophils. And इन्हें ऑब्जर्व जब हम करते हैं तो हमें इनके न्यूक्लियस में एक स्पेशलिटी दिखती है. The nucleus of a neutrophil will be at least 3 to 4 lobed. इसका मतलब क्या है? That means this nucleus will not be a complete circle. Instead, it will have lobes. ऐसे lobed nucleus होंगे. How many? 3 or more. 3 to 4 lobes are going to be there. What is the function of these? These are produced when your body requires defense. See, जब भी हम WBC की बात करेंगे, remember one thing, they are produced only to provide defense to your body. लेकिन ये defense provide करने के तरीके अलग अलग हो सकते हैं. So these are produced when the body requires to engulf the bacteria. किसी एक बैक्टीरिया को खा जाने को engulf कहते हैं. और याद रखना, there is a term for it, we call it phagocytosis. So what do they do? ये सीधा वहां जाते हैं और जाके खा लेते हैं उस germ को. The process is called phagocytosis. That means engulfing of the germs. So this is the only purpose that they perform. So अगर I have to talk about neutrophil, the first thing that should come to your mind is how will I identify which type of a WBC it is. So when you observe it under microscope, if it is granular, then under granular there are 3 different types, one of which is neutrophil. और neutrophil का specific feature क्या है? The nucleus will have 3 to 4 lobes. It will not be a circular nucleus but a lobed one. And function क्या है इसका function has to engulf bacteria. And where are these produced? These are produced in the bone marrow. The second type is known as eosinophil. eosinophil मतलब इनके जो granules हैं they contain acidic chemicals, इसीलिए इन्हें eosinophil कहा जाता है. because if you want to see them then you have to use a stain which is known as eosin, and that is why the term eosinophil has come. इनका भी जो न्यूक्लियस है इट इज लोब्ड, बट द न्यूक्लियस इज ओनली 2 to 3 लोब्ड, मतलब थोड़ा सा कम होता है इनसे. ये आपके बॉडी में तब ज्यादा इंक्रीज करते हैं इन नंबर व्हेन देयर इज एलर्जी इन योर बॉडी और इफ देयर इज सम इन्फेक्शन व्हिच इज गोइंग इन योर बॉडी. जब भी कभी आप अपने ब्लड का टेस्ट करते हैं, ऑब्जर्व केयरफुली, यू विल सी दे आल्सो मेंशन द नंबर ऑफ eosinophil present in your blood. If it is high, then it shows that there is some infection in your body, or probably there is some allergy which is already there in your body, and because of that the count of eosinophil goes high. How do they attack germs? Just like neutrophils, they also engulf the germs by the process of phagocytosis. On top of that, they also produce antitoxins. What are antitoxins? In my last class I have explained that there are certain germs which just not enter your body, they also mix poison in the blood. तो वो आपके blood में जब poison mix कर देता है तो उस poison को neutralize करने के लिए हमारा body, as in हमारे blood के WBCs also produce certain chemicals which are known as antitoxins. The third variety is known as basophil. इनके जो ग्रैन्यूल्स हैं, नाम से ही समझ में आ रहा है, दे कंटेन बेसिक केमिकल. यहाँ एसिडिक केमिकल्स, यहाँ बेसिक केमिकल्स. एंड इन्हें ऑब्जर्व करने के लिए जो स्टेन यूज किया जाता है उसे मिथिलिन ब्लू कहा जाता है. दे प्रोड्यूस सर्टेन स्पेसिफिक केमिकल्स. आपको इस केमिकल का नाम याद रखना होगा. दे आर कॉल्ड हिस्टामिन्स, एंड दीज हिस्टामिन्स कॉज इन्फ्लेमेशन इन आवर बॉडी. So, अगर आपके बॉडी में बेसोफिल ज्यादा हैं, then there is a problem because it's going to produce lots and lots of histamine, and this histamine will cause inflammation in your body. Now, ये inflammation आपके बॉडी में in the form of blisters appear कर सकते हैं. They can happen inside your body and can also harm the organs. इसीलिए जब हमें किसी चीज से एलर्जी होती है तो जो मेडिसिन हमें दिया जाता है वो हमेशा एंटी हिस्टामिन ड्रग्स होते हैं, ताकि आपके बॉडी के हिस्टामिन लेवल को नीचे किया जाए. हिस्टामिन लेवल हाई है मतलब you will have itching, or you may have breathing trouble, because inflammation is really dangerous for our body. तो बेसोफिल्स कब इन्फ्लेमेशन कॉज करते हैं? when they see a threat. अब ये थ्रेट अचानक से कैसे आ गया? मैंने तो कुछ गलत खाया नहीं था, फिर भी मुझे छींक हो रही है, आंखों से पानी आ रहा है. Probably the pollen grain which is there in the air is considered as threat by your body. So your body is specific and you maybe have specific allergy to things जो तुम्हारे दोस्त को जिससे एलर्जी नहीं है. So that can be a pollen grain, that can be dust, that can be food, anything, that can be anything, that can also be stress sometimes. So whenever you are in such a situation, these are going to go high in your body, and when they rise in the body, they only know that I have to protect the body, but वो protect करने के लिए आपके बॉडी में कुछ हार्म्स भी होते हैं, and they are this, where there is inflammation, where there is overproduction of histamine. So that time you are supposed to take antihistamine drugs. Now one question that can come to our mind, that if these basophils they cause inflammation in the body, how are they helping us? याद रखना, inflammation का मतलब है where the diameter of the blood vessels are increased. Okay, that is why that particular part gets swollen. अगर blood vessel का diameter increase हो जाता है, how is it benefiting the body? It increases flow of blood. There can be easier, smoother flow of blood to those areas. And why would body want that? Because along with the blood will come all these different kind of white blood cells which can come to that site of injury or where germ ने attack किया है and can kill those germs. So basophil का target mainly होता है to cause inflammation so that there is more flow of blood to the site of injury or to the site where there has been an attack by the germs, so that the germs can be killed. Now we come to the next part, which is non-granular ones. There are only two types of non-granular white blood cells. है lymphocytes और एक है monocytes. Now इनसे और इनमें डिफरेंस है. द नॉन ग्रैन्युलर वंस विल हैव स्मूदर साइटोप्लाज्म. साइटोप्लाज्म एकदम स्मूथ दिखेगा, कोई ग्रैन्यूल्स नहीं है. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द न्यूक्लियस. न्यूक्लियस इनका एक बेसिक राउंड न्यूक्लियस होता है. बट व्हाट अबाउट मोनोसाइट? मोनोसाइट का जो न्यूक्लियस होता है, इट इज स्पेसिफिकली किडनी शेप्ड. किडनी शेप्ड होते हैं मोनोसाइट्स के न्यूक्लियस. सो दैट अगेन हेल्प्स अस टू आइडेंटिफाई. लिम्फोसाइट्स की स्पेशलिटी क्या है? दे आर द स्मॉलेस्ट व्हाइट ब्लड सेल्स इन योर बॉडी. सो अगेन इट्स अ very important question. Second is they produce certain things which are known as antibodies. हमने 9th standard में ये पढ़ा हुआ है. These are those Y-shaped structures. These are basically proteinaceous in nature. Speciality क्या है? They are germ specific. हर एक different kind of germs जिससे आप expose होते हैं, उसके लिए body produces specific type of antibodies and remembers it, so that next time when you are exposed to the same germ, the body can fight better. Now these lymphocytes are produced in the bone marrow, but they are also produced in the lymph organs of your body, like the spleen and the tonsil. ये आपको याद रखना होगा. अब तक whatever we discussed, ये सारे bone marrow में produce हो रहा था. This is little special because it is produced in the bone marrow as well as in the lymph organs. Now let's talk about monocytes, largest white blood cells that are present in our body. And इनकी speciality ये है कि they are produced in bone marrow just like any other one, but they unite together and convert themselves into macrophages to eat bacteria. मतलब क्या? सुचित बहुत बड़ा जर्म है, उसे किल करने के लिए ये क्या करेगा? अपने सारे दोस्तों को इकट्ठा बुलाएगा. They will form a chain and then they are going to attack the bacteria. So what do they do is they all unite together and become a bigger molecule जिसे हम macrophage कहते हैं, and that macrophage goes and attacks the bacteria. So this is how monocytes provide immunity to our body. ये produce होते हैं bone marrow में. इनकी स्पेशलिटी बस याद रखना, इनका जो न्यूक्लियस है इट इज किडनी शेप्ड. सो लेट्स क्विकली गो थ्रू व्हाट वी हैव स्टडीड. वी स्टडीड दैट व्हाइट ब्लड सेल्स आर ऑफ टू टाइप्स, ग्रैन्युलर एंड एग्रैन्युलर. साइटोप्लाज्म अगर ग्रैन्युलर है देन दे आर ऑफ थ्री टाइप्स, न्यूट्रोफिल, इओसिनोफिल एंड बेसोफिल. न्यूट्रोफिल क्या करता है? फैगोसाइटोसिस करता है, प्रोड्यूस्ड इन द बोन मैरो, एंड इनका जो न्यूक्लियस है इट इज 3 to 4 lobed. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट इओसिनोफिल, अगेन ग्रैन्युलर साइटोप्लाज्म बट द न्यूक्लियस इज 2 to 3 lobed, एंड ये सिर्फ फैगोसाइटोसिस नहीं करते हैं, they also produce antitoxins. The third one is the basophil. Remember, this has no specific lobes, number one. Number two, their granules that they have, they contain basic chemicals. They can be stained with methylene blue, they can be stained with eosin. And basophils की speciality है, they produce a chemical called histamine which causes inflammation in our body. अगर मैंने पूछा name that white blood cell which increases in number when there is allergic reactions happening in our body, then it is always eosinophil. Now agranular white blood cell mein we have two types. One is the lymphocyte, which are the smallest one, and the other one is monocyte, which is the largest WBC. Lymphocytes can produce antibodies, and that is why they are very, very specific to the germs, whereas monocytes, several monocytes unite together to form a macrophage, and then they ingest the germ. Kidney shaped nucleus किसका है? Monocyte का है. This is how it is different from rest of the WBCs. So now we will discuss the functions performed by leukocyte. Now we have come to the last part where we will discuss the functions of white blood cell. So functions of white blood cell can be studied under three headings. Okay, that means there are three ways by which they perform the function. Number one is phagocytosis, which you already know. It is basically a process by which one cell eats another cell. So यहाँ WBCs eat the germ cells, and this is called phagocytosis. Most of the WBCs that we have discussed, like neutrophil ho, eosinophil ho, they perform phagocytosis, even the monocytes that we discussed. The second method is inflammation. Inflammation होता क्यों है? Because the basophils produce histamine, which causes dilation of the blood vessel, and that results into inflammation. अगर inflammation होता है, so in that particular area जहाँ पे inflammation होता है, it becomes red, it swells, it pains, and there can be generation of heat also in that particular area. Why is it happening? Because it is bringing blood to the site, so that along with the blood, the white blood cells also can come and can damage or destroy the germs. And if there is inflammation, it can also result in formation of pus. Pus क्या है? Pus is a mixture of dead white blood cell and those destroyed tissues. So जब वो fight होता है, तब सारे white blood cells जो those who die, the white blood cells that die mix up with those damaged tissue cells and remain there in the form of pus. And the last method, and a very powerful one, is by the production of antibodies. We already know that lymphocytes can produce antibodies. These are proteinaceous substance. These are germ specific. So हमारे body में germ specific antibodies produce होते हैं, and they remain in your body and they remember that germ. So next time when you are exposed to the same germ again, they will be produced in large number and you will not be affected by the germ at all. इसी कॉन्सेप्ट को यूज किया जाता है वैक्सीनेशन में. ड्यूरिंग वैक्सीनेशन व्हाट वी डू इज वी इंट्रोड्यूस very small amount of germ into the body of the patient. We make sure that the quantity is very less. The germs are either dormant or they are dead, and that is how we introduce. लेकिन हम करते क्यों हैं? Because the moment these are introduced, your body is going to produce antibodies, and क्योंकि you deliberately have put very less amount, the body will always win the war. क्योंकि एंटीबॉडीज जो प्रोड्यूस होगा वो डेड जर्म्स को या वो डॉर्मेंट जर्म्स को इजीली इट्स गोइंग टू किल एंड इट्स गोइंग टू विन द वॉर. बट व्हाट इज द बेनिफिट आउट ऑफ दिस? द बेनिफिट इज द बॉडी इज गोइंग टू रिमेंबर दैट एंड विल कीप दीज एंटीबॉडीज इन स्टॉक. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम व्हेन यू आर एक्सपोज्ड टू दीज जर्म्स इन लार्ज अमाउंट, द बॉडी विल नॉट लूज द वॉर. बॉडी विल रादर प्रोड्यूस दीज जर्म स्पेसिफिक एंटीबॉडीज इन ह्यूज अमाउंट एंड विल विन द वॉर. सो अगर आपको किसी एक डिजीज का वैक्सीन दे दिया गया है, like for example polio ho, tuberculosis ho, that ensures that next time when you are exposed to these germs, with आपको कभी भी वो disease नहीं होगा, because your body has already produced those antibodies and keeping them in stock. So every time you are getting exposed to those germs, there is enough antibody to kill them. Okay, so with this we finish this lecture. So now we are meeting next to study platelets. Meanwhile, keep revising, post your doubts, and do not forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.